Hi Flosstube, my name is Laura and welcome back to my channel, Loves Rubber Stamps Needle Crafts. Today is January 15th. It's been months, probably 4 or 5 months since I did my last video. Doesn't seem like it has been that long, but time gets away from you with the holidays and everything else. So one of my goals for this year is to try to do videos on a more consistent basis, at least once a month, I'm hoping. I would like to welcome any new subscribers or new viewers, all my old subscribers. I appreciate you watching and coming back to my channel. If you're new here, I hope you find something to be inspired by. For today's video, I'm actually planning on shooting 2 videos. This video I thought I would share. I've had one finish since my last video. I thought I would share that, and then I would go through my box of FFOs. Some people call it the bin of shame or under the bed box. These are finishes that I have done that I need to FFO. And then I thought after that I would share all of the haul, well, not all the haul, but a lot of haul that I've gotten in since my last video, which, like I said, has been 4 or 5 months, so there's a lot. I did try to go through it and whittle it down to the kits that I've gotten and some of the more, I guess, unique or more of my unicorn type charts. So we weren't here for 3 days. And then the other video I planned on shooting today was my 2020 whip parade. That way you can see all the progress on the whips I did get to work on during that video. And then I would go through kind of the rotation I'm planning and some of my 2020 stitching plans in that one and kind of break it up into 2 videos. So it wasn't a marathon movie. So we'll go ahead and get started. The one finish I had was from this calendar, the Keepsake 2014. And I'm recording on a new phone. I got a new iPhone. My husband made me get it. So I'm hoping that this comes out okay and I can figure out how to upload it. But that is where the pattern's located, and it was this pattern called Playful Pumpkins by Elizabeth Spurlock. That's who charted it. And here's my finish. It's still in the Q-snap. I stitched this on 32 count beach walk from Under the Sea Fabrics. And it just calls for DMC, so I love the shading in the pumpkins and the floor. And I do plan on, I think I'm going to frame this one. And I had a frame picked out on Etsy. And then I was going to wait until after Christmas to get it. And of course, they sold out of it. So they do have another one that's the same style, but it's white. And I wanted a black one. So if they still have the white one, I might just buy that and try to paint it like Michelle Rudy does when she buys frames and paints them, then kind of distresses them. So that was my one finish since my last video. So now I thought I'd go through the things that are sitting there waiting for me to fully finish them. And I just keep mine in a little tote, plastic tote, and it sits under one of my craft desks in my craft room. So this will be in no particular order. I do have these stuck in there. I bought these off Amazon. It's a huge pack, but they're unfinished round cutouts that are 5 inches. There's a pack of 25. It was like maybe 20 bucks. But I thought these might be good for finishing round Christmas ornaments. So you don't have to try to cut a round circle out of mat board. And they had different size ones. I might get a few other sizes, but I wanted to try those. Then I have some Mill Hill kits that I do have glued to the felt. This one, I just haven't cut them out. This one's going to be a magnet for my daughter. And I hadn't cut these out because I'd started on this one, which this is an ornament I'd made. I'm trying to stitch an ornament a year in honor of my grandpa, and then a Christmas ornament every year in honor of my grandma. And this is one that I did for my grandpa because he loved to fish. I was his fishing buddy. But the scissors I had wasn't cutting this felt very well, so I wanted to get a new pair of scissors. So I got these at Hobby Lobby using a coupon when I was there the other day, because I thought those might work good for felt. It says it's good for different kinds of fabrics and stuff, leather, felt. It's supposed to work good. Then after I got home and I was going through some bags of stuff that I had, I realized that I had already bought them. So I have 2 pairs. I don't know how many of you guys do that, where you forget what you buy sometimes. So I have those to finish cutting out, and then I have this one, which is another Mill Hill kit. It was a polar bear. This is my very first Mill Hill kit I ever stitched. And I've seen this done on just regular fabric, and it's super cute, so I might have to do that. But I like it. Just need to cut it out so I can put them on my tree next year. And then next in my bin, I have Mr. Delicious from Lindy Stitches and Mrs. Delicious. And I had wanted to get these done to put out last year, but I'd stitched these on a color and cotton fabric, and I can't remember offhand what the name is, but it's kind of like a greenish gray, so it's kind of a different color. And so I don't have a huge fabric stash because I'm just a very beginner, like when it comes to sewing, so I don't have hardly any stash built up. And so I hesitate on finishing things sometimes because I want to find the perfect backing fabric, and I'm afraid that if I finish it, then I'll find something else I like better. So then if it doesn't speak to me like, oh, that's it for sure, then I hesitate on actually finishing it. That might change as I get more experience in finishing and stuff. But so I actually had found this fabric initially that I thought would be pretty. It's got some tans and it's got the gold. So I thought, well, that might be all right. But then I wasn't sure if I liked it with this kind of grayish green color fabric. I wanted something more gray based. So I ended up finding this one. And I think I like that one better for the back. So now I should be able to make these into little pillows. I have a little, it's not really a dough bowl, it's a wooden bowl that's shaped like a heart that I plan on putting in the middle of my dining room table. And I want to use it like a dough bowl for the different seasons and stuff. So now that I think I've found the right fabric, I can get those finished. Then I have this little Farm Fresh. This was a freebie from Hands On Design, and I stitched it on a scrap of 32 count Belfast that I had dyed myself like a chalkboard. And my plan is to finish it on sticky board and maybe put a ruffly edge around it like Priscilla does with her finishes. And then I was going to mount it to this chicken. I had found this, it's a little metal chicken holding a chalkboard. And I bought this probably 2 or 3 years ago now, 2 years. But I've still seen them there. They're in their spring shop, so they might be coming out again. So I have that all ready. I just need to do it. And then I have this Mill Hill kit that I got finished. It's from the Hocus Pocus trilogy. It's Mimi. I haven't glued her on felt or anything, but that's what she looks like. My goal is to have a Halloween tree. I bought a black, I think it's like 3 or 4 foot tall Christmas tree when it was on clearance one year. So now I just need to make some Halloween ornaments so I can decorate it and put it out. So put that away later. My next finish is not one that I did, it's one of my mom's, Miss Peepers. She stitched this on, I believe it was a 16 count. I think it was Wren from Picture This Plus. And originally I was going to finish this. I bought a couple of frames from Hobby Lobby that were whitewashed, and they had what looked like little tree branches, and it had a little clip at the top. But this ended up being just a little bit too wide for it. So then I thought, well, then I thought about making it into a mounted or a flat fold like Fauna does. And then when I was at Target yesterday, I was waiting for my glasses to get done. And so I had to go shop and hang around till they were ready to pick up. And I found this board that is actually shaped, it reminded me like of a little birdhouse. And it was the perfect size. The only problem is it's supposed to go this way with the hanger little thingies. But I bought some paint. I was going to paint it like a cream color. And I thought about getting something or painting so it looks like a little roof. And then just setting it on an easel like this. And then mounting, of course, that on some fabric and then on the board and then sticking it on here. Maybe writing Home Tweet Home or something on it. So I might do that instead. And I can cut this and then maybe mount it so that the two little holes are covered by the backing. So the fabric I was going to use with Miss Peepers for the back was this one. I thought it matched the color in her tail pretty well. Oops. Come on, Miss Peepers, cooperate. So that's my plan with that one. I think I've had it now for about 4 months, so Mom's probably like, Laura, get your butt in gear. And then I have my little Christmas chickadee that I need to figure out how I want to finish for a Christmas ornament. It's on a sparkly opalescent, it's a 28 count opalescent linen. So cute. I need to actually get my Christmas ornaments finished so I can put them on my tree. And then I have this that I need to figure out how I want to finish. This was I'd actually won this chart from Priscilla and Chelsea on one of their very first giveaways. And I actually modified it because I wanted some more critters. So I added this tree, added this extra tree and a little squirrel from one of their other patterns. And I added a little raccoon and another little tree. And then I just expanded the border so it would fit. And I can't remember offhand what fabric that is. I know it, I think it's an Under the Sea Fabrics. It's either Under the Sea or Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie Opalescent. So I need to figure out how I want to finish that one and do it. Then my next finish that's waiting to be FFO'd is Henrietta. And I know this is on, I believe it's a 40 count vintage country mocha. There's another bird in the series that I want to do, and then there's a big picture too. I was thinking originally about making it one of those no-sew cube finishes, and I had wanted to find little egg-shaped beads for the little feet, maybe figure out how to do a chicken wire bow or something, but I'm not sure. So for now, she sits in the box. And my next one is Sugar Skull Darth Vader. I had finished this one for my son. I plan on stitching the other two. There's a, who is it? There's a Stormtrooper and C-3PO, I believe. So I'm kind of waiting until I get those other two done, and then I'll frame them probably just in a black frame. This is on 18 count Aida, and I stitched it using 3 strands of floss, so it had really good coverage. That pattern is from Etsy. It's from Stitch Line on Etsy. My next one is a Stony Creek Lighthouse. I actually stitched this on 14 count Aida from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. This is one of my first finishes after getting back into cross stitch. I think it was about my second finish after I had taken about a 8 or 10 year hiatus from stitching. And this was, I think, my second finish when I started cross stitching again, back in. I think I got back into stitching around September of 2015. So actually I plan on giving this one to my sister because they live in Florida. They love lighthouses. And then after I got this one done, then Stony Creek came out with this as a series for each season. So now I want to stitch each of the seasonal ones for Leah too, and then give her one, finish them together so she can swap them out every season. But I haven't started any of the other ones yet. And then I have this one by Lizzie Kate called Santa's Wish List. It's on a, I think it was a 32 count, like a gold sparkly linen. This is another one where I thought about finishing it as one of the no-sew cubes, but I don't know. I might find something to mount it on. Not sure. So until I decide for sure, it sits in my box. And then this one I was disappointed in myself for not getting it fully finished. This is the Winter ABCs by Little House Needleworks. And I had this done in plenty of time to finish it and have it out for winter this year, but I didn't get it fully finished. And I even have I bought one of the shutters to hang it on like Priscilla does. And I have the spot picked out on my wall for it, but I didn't get it done. I think it's because I don't have any big pieces of the sticky board, and I debated on maybe using just foam core board or something where I wouldn't have to cut it in half and try to piece it together. So that stopped me. It's not a very good excuse, but that was my excuse. Sorry, I bumped the camera. So I was kind of disappointed that I didn't get it done because, like I said, I had had the spot picked out and I have the finishing thing for it. So my next one is Little Green. And I stitched this one just because I think this little alien is adorable. I'll probably just sit here in my craft room somewhere, but I can't decide how I want to fully finish it. Can't decide if I want to frame it, do it as a flat fold, do it as a pillow, where I want to display her. I love this fabric. This was from Crafty Kitten, and I think it was called Citrus Burst, but I want to get some more of it. I really like it. So until I figure out exactly how I want to finish her, she sits in my box. This next one isn't my finish. I had bought a stack of magazines off eBay, some of the British cross-stitch magazines, and this was actually inside and came with it. So I thought probably look cute as a little pillow or something. It was stitched on Aida, 14 count Aida. So I love those little critters, they're cute. Then I have this one to finish. It was a little freebie from, I believe it was Hands On Design. I stitched this on a 28 count Monaco that I coffee tea dyed. I plan on making it into a little pillow for my dough bowl. Should get on it because it's almost February. This was a little ornament I stitched for my grandma that I need to fully finish. This was, excuse me, this was a little freebie from Leslie Tier. She had a Sunbonnet Sue year-long freebie. That was one of them. I think I was planning on finishing that one as one of the mounted tags like Vonna does for Christmas. Here's another one that I should hurry up and try to FFO this one, but this is one of the cottages of the month. It's February. And I originally was going to do these as the No Sew cubes, but then I decided that I wanted to do them as just a flat mounted piece that I can swap, like find something to display them on and then swap them out every month like Priscilla does. And I can't remember if I found the thing I was going to mount them on or not, but I only have January and February done. And I did pick out the fabric that I was going to mount it on. Just got to do it. Which is the story of everything. This one is in my box. This was the very first cross stitch I ever finished. And I did have it just thrown into a frame, but this was before I really believed or knew about borders. And so it's pretty close on this side. Need to probably wash it. It's probably dirty. But I love big cats, tigers, lions, leopards. So I'm always stitching these. But this was my very first cross stitch. And I used to be a security guard and was going to school full time. And when I stitched this guy, I was working weekends from midnight to 8 in the morning. And we had to sit in a guard shack out in the middle of nowhere. It was for the Barilla pasta plant. And I was in charge of letting the semis come in on the property. And then when they left, I had to weigh them to make sure that they were legal to be on the highways with their load distribution. They wouldn't let us watch TV or anything. So that semester I was taking 18 credits. And one of my classes was anatomy and physiology. And I used to study that until I would go cross-eyed. And then I would cross-stitch the rest of the night. And so this guy was stitched in the wee hours of the morning when I was a security guard. But I love him. So I need to get him cleaned up and framed properly. Almost done. This was a prairie schooler. It was in one of the Halloween issues of Just Cross Stitch magazine. That owl cracks me up, and the little moon, being so scared of him. Again, this was for a Halloween tree. So now I have 2 Halloween ornaments finished for my tree. Just got to FFO them. Now it's just stitched on a scrap of lamb's wool. This was another ornament I stitched in honor of my grandma. This was the one for 2016. So it'd be nice if I'd fully finished them so I can put them on my tree in honor of my grandma and grandpa. But she loved angels, and her favorite color was blue. And her name was Shirley, so that's what the S is for. And I did the wings in Whisper, so they're fuzzy. Can't really tell, but... And then I added the beads. This was a angel of, I think it was a Leslie Tier design. And my grandma loved Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple was her favorite because they had the same name. And she kind of reminds me of Shirley Temple, the little hair. Here's another Christmas ornament I did. This is a Little House Needlework called, I don't remember what it's called, gingerbread tree maybe. But I'm not very good at French knots. And they called for French knots for the eyeballs. And so I'm not super happy with my French knots, the eyes. But you gotta learn by doing it, so that's that one. And I think I have some gingerbread fabric that I found. This is one of the ones that I stitched in honor of my grandpa. This was his 2016 ornament. It's a little bear. And this one I thought would maybe work with one of these wooden circles. Oops, sorry. Keep knocking the camera. But this was a full coverage one, but it's pretty good sized. And then I thought maybe this backing fabric. Again, just gotta do it. And I have this little guy. I thought about making it into a little mounted Christmas tag for an ornament. It was supposed to be a card, I think, but I wanted to do them as an ornament instead. And then I have the January cottage. This is my last one waiting to be FFO'd. And this one I used Krynic for the snow, 032, because I wanted it sparkly. So all the snowflakes in the snow are Krynic, so they have sparkle. Those are all of the projects that are in my bin of get me finished. One of these days, I will hopefully tackle those projects. Now I'll go ahead and try to get through this haul quick so we don't have a movie. I did want to share these. Like I said, I went to Target yesterday, and I usually don't get to Target very often because I work overnights. And honestly, I get off work at 7 in the morning, and I prefer, if I have to go to the grocery store or Walmart or anything like that, that I go as soon as I get off work at 7, because there's no people there. And I can get in, get my stuff, get out, and get home. And because Target doesn't open at 7 in the morning, I don't make it there very often because I'm spoiled of being able to shop when there's no people. So if I have to run to town during normal people hours and the stores are busy and packed, I don't like it. So like I said, I had to mess around trying to get my glasses yesterday, and I wanted to see what they had in their dollar spot, since I don't get there very often. And I found these trims. This is mini pom-pom trim, kind of a pretty pink color, and these were only $1. So I got 2 of those. I got 2 white ones, which they only had 2 of each one left. That's why I only got 2. I would have got more if they had more. But it says it's 3 yards too. Got this pretty sequins. Thought that might be cute for some winter things, maybe. I don't know. Got this little heart-shaped trim. And got some red twine. I don't think it's really twine. I think it's more like that waxy cord stuff. So you might want to check your Targets out and see if they have those trims in your store. There wasn't much left when I got them, so now we'll go ahead and try to whip through this haul. This I bought a thread keep. I thought it was funny. Use not fat, use fluffy. I got this from an Etsy store, and I can't remember which store it was offhand, but I bought one of these for my mom for Christmas too. So now we thought those were cute. And then before Christmas, Zappy Dots was doing a giveaway, and you could choose the tin or needle minder. You have to say which one you preferred or you liked, and I had said that I liked the tin, the limited edition tin. It comes with a little magnet in here to put your needles. But this was so cute. And I actually won their giveaway, so they gave me 2 of these. So I gave one to my mom for Christmas, and I got to keep this one. So thank you, Zappy Dots. That's adorable. And Priscilla for her cute artwork. And then, speaking of Zappy Dots, I had joined the Sugar Stitches. And I think it's through Crazy Annie's, but I joined their Halloween Ornament of the Month series. And so far we've gotten 4. And I'm getting the chart plus the matching Zappy Dot each month. So these are the charts we've received so far. This was number 1. It's called Bouville Inn. And they're designed by Sugar Stitches. And it's, like I said, through Crazy Annie's. And then there was the Candy Shop. This was number 2. The Magic Shop, which was number 3. That frog is hilarious. Little ghost with a wand. And then the 4th one we just got was Pumpkin Farm. Those are cute. And I've gotten the matching needle minders for every month. I won't take them out, but it's just the main design on the little dot. So I got all 4 of them. And I got some friction highlight. These are erasable highlighters, which are cool. I like to use these on my Mirabilia charts and my kit charts. And you can either erase them and they erase completely, or you can heat it up with a hairdryer and just blow on it, and then the ink disappears. So, and then I had to get the Ronnie needle binder from Fat Quarter Shop because it's Ronnie. And then watching Michelle Rudy Farm Girl and all of her wool applique stuff, I kind of want to try it. So I bought a few patterns for wool applique. This one I got from Jen's Stitching Niche. It was a little witch's hat. I was trying to find things that might be a little easier. Oh, sorry, I dropped the pins. You get the pattern and you get the pins. So now I just gotta buy felt. And then I bought this one to try. This is just a pattern, so I'll have to buy the felt. I thought those crows were cute. These are from Kath's Penny Designs. They're a wool penny rug and candle mat. This one's called Those Blasted Crows. And then I got this one's called the Strawberry Patch. And then I found this book on eBay. I don't remember if I've shown it before, but it's called Penny Rugs, Quick and Easy. But I liked this one because I had a lot of seasonal things. The reindeer, bunnies. But they're really cute. There's 7 different ones. There's a little Christmas one with Santa. So I thought those might be fun to try. I probably should buy a few kits first, but. And then my chart haul. I had gotten this one back around Thanksgiving. Halloween. Stony Creek had this as a freebie. And every once in a while they'll have, usually around Halloween, they'll have a free chart. And right now they actually have a Christmas ornament that's a freebie through January 31st. You just pay the shipping. They also have a pattern. Usually it's a little series that goes over a couple of different months, and it's a free pattern. You just pay the shipping on it or order it with a different order. So I had ordered this when it was a freebie. And with that, I went ahead and ordered this Just Nan Hoot is Hootsy Humbug. So I like the owl. I thought he was cute. I had ordered, and then I ordered the Blight, Broomhilda, and Booze by Carolyn Manning. So those are from Stony Creek. Then I placed an order with 1884 Stitchery. She has a category on her website for $2 charts. So I had looked through there and I found 3 of them that I thought were cute. The first $2 chart was this one by Sam Sarah called Snowheads. And I probably won't do the words. I'll probably just stitch the snowmen for ornaments. And then I got this one for $2, which is Spirit of the Lion. Which, like I said, lions, tigers. Tigers are my absolute favorite. Leopards. I want to stitch all of them. And then this was a $2 chart too. It was a Stony Creek called Tidings of Joy. I really liked those little snowmen. Their faces. Little cardinal with the lion. Little angels. There's some owls. Really pretty charts. And then I bought this one from her shop too. This was $10. It wasn't one of the $2 charts, but I really liked it. It was called Pumpkins for Sale by Lena Lenskaya. stitches through the years. I thought that was pretty. And then I had bought this one off of, it's either eBay or one of the stash and load sites. Mystic Stitch by Maxine Gag, called All Hallows Eve. And Maxine Gad's charts are retired now from Mystic Stitch, but I think you can still buy her charts on her own website. But if I stitch this one, pretty much this whole top half is solid black stitching, so I'm not doing that. I would either choose a really dark, like a navy, like a night sky color, and then just start at the bottom and stitch up to do the grass and the pumpkins, and then have the background just be the fabric. Save myself about 12 years worth of stitching black only. And then I bought these off of eBay because I like sunflowers. I thought they were cute. These are from the Sunflower Seed. It's Sunflower Santa. And the same seller had Sunflower Snow Woman. And I think I got this one off Stash and Load, maybe. Sisters and Best Friends. I'm a sucker for snowmen. This is Uncle Willie. Especially snowmen that came with a little nose. They're so cute. Which is funny that I was telling my mom, I think it's funny that I want to stitch all the snowman charts, but I don't like stitching white, but the snowmen are cute. Then I got this off of one of the Stash and Load sites. It's a Glendon Place called Witching It Was Halloween. I got it for $6. And this one I had gotten off Stash and Load, and I had always admired it when I seen it on Pam and Steph's. And so when I saw it pop up, which I had never seen it before, as a chart, I snagged it. It's called Old Salty Santas. They always have it hanging on their wall for Christmas. I thought it was adorable. And then I got these from Jen's Stitching Niche. Holiday Inn by Brenda Gervais. Paper Snowflakes with Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais. Pumpkin Brew with Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais. And then this Teresa Kogut Work of Heart, Good Tidings. Oh, that's cute. And then I think I just got these from 123 Stitch, but I had to get these button-up birdies from Victoria Sampler because I had the cardinals, and I like robins too. Christmas robin, but I like to stitch. I'm really drawn towards cardinals for my grandma and grandpa. So I thought one of the years for their ornaments I could do grandma cardinal. And then I got button-up birdies number 1 because it had the male cardinal. So that would be grandpa's. So I can stitch grandpa and grandma cardinal for one of their memorial ornaments. And then I got this one off eBay. It's actually a sign pattern, which I didn't even notice till now, but it's Taking a Break by Dimple Designs. It's a hummingbird. I think it's a Terrence Nolan chart. And then I had this on my search list for a long time, the Beatrix Potter Christmas. They're kind of hard to see. But I had seen somebody share this little one of her answering the door, and there's a basket of carrots. And stitched up, it's super cute. So I had this saved for probably 2 or 3 years. And one finally came up that was reasonable priced. And I was able to get it. I probably got this off eBay. I thought it was cute. It's called Mouseltoe by Dimensions, Amy Wolfing. These would be cute little ornaments. I like their faces. They have a lot of character. And then I know I got these off eBay. They were on sale for $10 each. I got Victoria Sampler Jingle Bell Christmas Tree Farm. The Gingerbread Garden Sampler. And Pumpkin Patch Farm. I've been wanting to stitch this for a long time after watching Jessie Marie does stuff. Her progress on hers. And this one, I was excited to see this one come up on eBay because this is another one I've had on my search list forever. And I had seen this stitched at one of the Midwest Cross Stitch retreats. I think it was Donna who stitched it. She brought a ton of gorgeous things. I think it was Donna. It was Christmas Kisses by Terrence Nolan. And this is gorgeous. Stitched up. And I had no idea this chart even existed till I seen it at on the brag table or the show off table. Show your stuff. So I was happy to find that. And then my last charts only was, I bought these from the Cottage Needle on Etsy. And the cool thing about her shop is when I was there, I found several charts that, well, several charts that were kind of harder to find that I had been looking for a while. So this one is from Stacey Nash Primitives. It's the Tombstone Angel Pin Keep and Strawberry. Thought that was cool. And she had the Sweet Land of Liberty book by Blackbird Designs. This one was starting to get really hard to find. So when I saw that she had it, it was still on my wish list. They were starting to sell out everywhere, so I snagged it. And then I had this one on my wish list for a long time too, and she happened to carry it too. It's called 13 Owls by Plum Street Samplers. And I love the saying. It's kind of cracks me up. It just says 13 owls in a haunted tree all stared down so it daunted me. One laughed out, "Who, there she be," so they all joined together and they taunted me. I just thought that was so cute. And then I was also able to find the Gobble from Plum Street Samplers. And those are all from the Cottage Needle. Now we'll run through the kits that I've bought in the last probably 5 months. I guess this really isn't a kit per se, but I got this off of the swap site, ABC Halloween by Lizzie Kate. Didn't come with the material, but it came with all of the floss. It was only 10 bucks, so like that. And I bought this one off eBay. I love Lori Birmingham charts. And this was a mini musical pillow with a little music. And I got this Dimensions kit, Beguiling Tiger. I've got one of these for my mom and for myself for Christmas. The Debbie Mum mini winter banner. Yeah. And then I had placed an order with I think it's Christicom off of Etsy. It's a Russian site. They have several Russian designer cross-stitch kits. The cool thing about their site is if you place an order for $75 or more US, it's free shipping. So definitely save up your money, and when you order for them, you'll get the free shipping. So the designs I picked out when I placed my order was this little bunny. It's I believe an Anka chart, and I can't read the name, so bunny. I have this little squirrel. I got this little bat, and it's two-sided for my Halloween tree. I think he's adorable. He or she. Maybe a boy since I was a bow tie. Then I got this chart from Pana. Little bear. And this was the reason why I went to their website. I'd seen this one on Jennifer Upton had shared it a long time ago. It's this owl on black. And I found it, seemed like on their website it was the most reasonable price. So that was the reason why I went there to place my order. And then I got this moose. I believe Arizona Stitcher, Deb. She stitched this and had it framed. I don't think she had the wispies, but it's really cute. And then I got this sunflowers in a basket. I liked the colors. I'm not a huge, like, just floral stitcher person. I'm more drawn to like animals, things like that, but I really like sunflowers and I loved the colors. And then I got this robin. And then this is a Pana kit. That's this dragon. It's like a pillow. And I think, I'm not sure if you stitch both sides or not. I think maybe it's just this one side. You finish it as a pillow. But I thought that was cool. I like dragons. Almost done. And I found this one off eBay. It's called White Magic. I think I got it for about 10 bucks. Pretty cool. And then I got Leopard in Repose. Again, tigers, lions, leopards, big kitties, my favorite. I can stitch all of them. I got this one called Into the Light. I got this Christmas stocking by Dimensions. I don't know if I'll stitch this one as a Christmas stocking. I just like the bears with the cardinals. So I might just do like a little mini, like pillow, or use the little bears to do Christmas ornament. I thought they were cute. And then I got this one called Stack of Critters stocking. And this is another one that I don't think I'll probably do it as a stocking. I thought about just stitching the little stack of animals for like a little mounted piece or something. Then my last kit is the Snow Leopard. It's an RTO kit. A couple more things and then we'll be done with this video. I wanted to share this book I got off of Amazon. And Vanna, the Twisted Stitcher, her daughter Ellie Pfeiffer she drew all she was the illustrator for this. It's her very first book she's ever illustrated. And so I wanted to get one to support Ellie and her artistic venture. I thought it'd be cute for when I have grandkids someday. But she did a beautiful job for being, I think she's only 13 or 14, if I remember correctly. And this is her very first book she's ever illustrated. So I thought it was really, she did an amazing job. And I wanted to support her and her venture. And the next, there's some project bags that I bought. I got this one from Jen's Stitching Niche. And I got this one from Cricklewood Crossing. I liked the fat cats. And I got this one from her too. I love those pumpkins. And my last thing, I got this from Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher, one of her bags. And I really like this one because the squirrels are wearing little sweaters. It's really cute. So that's all I have for my one finish, all of my box of Please FFO Me Someday Soon box, and my haul from like 5 or 6 months now. So I appreciate you all stopping by, and like I said, I'll probably be cleaning this up and then maybe get started on my whip parade video and talk about my rotation that I plan on trying and my stitchy plans. So I appreciate you stopping by, and happy stitching, everybody.